come on in. I just wanted to chill out with y'all tonight, this Sunday. Have a good, nice, relaxing night. See what y'all talking about. I got a couple of topics to talk about, you guys. You guys to kind of be surprised. I'm definitely going to talk about. I definitely want to talk about like relationships. I want to talk about the fact of when you break up. How come it can't never be a peaceful breakup? Why can't it just be break up? Everybody go their both ways and don't even have to be worried about nobody no more. Why do it always end up being toxic? Like, I don't even understand. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Naomi. I don't understand why it always have to go left. Like, how come you can't just break up with somebody and just realize, like, you know what, they just wasn't for me and walk away? Why do we always got to have the big production? Why do we have to, I was having a discussion today, and the discussion was like, when you break up with somebody, just as peaceful as you guys made the breakup, how come you guys can't make the walk away like that? Like, why can't you just be smooth, walk away from the whole situation? And I don't know. I've been thinking about that lately. Like, why does it always gotta go bad? Like, who pride is doing what? Hey, Two Wheels, whose pride is doing what? Like, it's like, why can't we just separate quietly? Why do we always have to be a big production? Why do we gotta go back and forth? Why do we gotta I had a discussion today, and the discussion went something like, what are you gonna do? You really can't do too much about when the breakup happened and how a person feels. I feel like once I break up with a person, I don't have to go back. I don't have to talk bad about you. I could walk away, I could do whatever. But a lot of times people be really hurt. Like, and because they be so hurt, it changes the situation into a unnecessary fight. You know what I'm saying? Midtown said it can be a peaceful because one person wants to break up, the other one doesn't. Right. It can be though if both adults are mature. Right. So listen, I feel like this, right? If we're both mature enough to walk away, if we're both mature enough to say, you know what, this isn't what I need, this isn't what I want, we should both be able to walk away and don't have to say nothing else about each other. When I say that these past couple of years have been like the funniest thing to me. I've never seen so much weirdness before in my life until especially the past year, a little bit over the year. And it just made me think about stuff like when do we be adults and say, you know what, it's okay to walk away. It's okay for this relationship to not be what we want. It's okay to say, I don't want to be with you and not have to be mad about it. I feel like, of course, and initially with the breakup, you guys go back and forth. You guys have your own little spat. But then afterwards, when it's over, when you're really over a person, when you're really done with a person, there's no conversation that should be had. Like, I don't even have to bring up, I don't care about your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your kids. I know how to walk away and not look back. Period. And so I guess for me, I'm trying to figure out, when does the age come where people be like, you know what, I'm really going to walk away, I'm really not going to deal with this anymore, I really don't want to be a part of this anymore. And for me, I think, I don't know, I want y'all suggestions. When do we know that we just need to walk away? Why do we got to have a big production? Why do everybody got to know we broke up? Why do everybody got to know that it's a situation? Why can't we just not be together? Maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm wrong for feeling this way. But help me. Let me say, I be trying to be a adult and put the ghetto side aside. I be wanting my pick back. Okay, right. But you know what? Even with the pick back, I be wanting just my peace. Let me leave you alone. Dude, I got it. Let me walk away. We didn't work out. It wasn't right for us. We don't have to go back and forth. It doesn't matter if it was 2 years, 4 years, 10 years. We realized that this wasn't for us. Whatever happens, happens. But then it comes to the point where now everybody, people then moved on. So like if I moved on, like I got a new relationship, whatever, I don't have no place to keep on bringing up this person. I don't have a place to say that this is what I want and this is who I want to be with. And I feel like when people are still bringing up your ex or whatever, and you haven't dealt with this person in a year or two, it's like that's crazy. It's crazy. Britt, you don't want to be together anymore. What I do? Two Wheels, this ain't nah, Two Wheels, this ain't about you. This is just in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that um it's crazy. It's not an age thing because it's dudes out here that act like children, but whoever is bitter and doesn't want the breakup will be the one doing it. Right. So then it's like a lot of times people will make it like sometimes they're like, oh, it's the woman being bitter. No, I need people to start looking at the bigger picture. Sometimes it's not the woman. Sometimes the woman could really walk away and realize that this was a mistake and this is not like, I do not want to go back to this situation. I don't even want to be bothered. I don't even want to be associated with this situation. And then it be the bitter baby daddy slash mama. You know what I'm saying? It's always that nigga that acts like a whole girl that will try to just keep on bringing that negative situation back in your life. Like if I'm in a whole new relationship, the last thing I'm worrying about is my old nigga or a nigga I used to deal with. Like, nigga, you're in the past. Like, I'm tunnel vision. Like, I am happy where I'm at. And I guess like when I look at it and I think about it, it's like where do we realize that maybe sometimes we gotta just walk away? Maybe sometimes like we don't even have to address it. And I'm really big on being one to be like, okay, I need to address it. I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna talk about it. No, you're not gonna do this to me. You're not gonna make me feel this way. So that's me being my inner person that always feel like I gotta speak up or say something. When actuality, I should just leave the shit alone and not even mention it no more. Now I'm gonna say I feel you on that because I'm in a whole new relationship. Then yeah, sometimes ninjas play on your top, but I'm glad God revealed everything and showed me the hint facts. Because you will be surprised how many times people um they try to hide behind a facade. And then next thing you know, the truth comes out. And when the truth came out, I realized that I don't want you. I don't want this part of my life. I don't want to be a part. I do not want to be what's that? A character in your movie. Can I say that? Can I say that I no longer want to be an extra in this movie? I don't want to have a starring role in your movie. Like I want to be able to say, you know what? I don't like this movie and I don't want to watch it and I don't want to be a part of it. Period. And I'm gonna walk away. But a lot of times people want to bring you there. They want to bring you in that situation. Now, to my people, y'all know the link is pinned on my community wall if y'all want to come up, whatever. But I'm just saying, as I think about this kind of stuff, I'm like, why we don't talk about this more often? Why do we like if people are so happy with their lives, if people really moved on, why are you talking about me? If you are happy, if you're content, I will be everything. What is that? Chrisette Michelle? She said, blame it on me. Chrisette Michelle said, blame it on me. Say it's my fault. Say that I left you outside in the cold with a broken heart. She said, I don't really care. I ain't crying no more. Say I'm a liar, cheater, whatever you want. I just don't want to be a part of this anymore. Now, come on now. If she's saying all of this, when do we say that? Like, and I guess I'm at that point in my life where it's like a lot of times people bring up my past relationship, bring up different stuff, and it's like, man, I I just want to walk away and just not even worry about that no more. Like when I say that I don't bring up people, like when I am the topic of discussion in a person's mind, when a person feels like they need to when they need to kind of bring me up to make themselves feel better, the problem is you don't make me feel bad. It just makes me feel sad that you don't have nothing else going on but to talk about me. And then when you grab the peanut gallery with you and the peanut gallery want to come and it's like, why? You're irrelevant in my life. Like, I don't get it. So then it's like, okay, then I'm talking to my new nigga, and he just like, these niggas is goofy. These niggas is on goofy time. You need to learn how to lead these niggas on goofy time and don't even pay no attention. Then he like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, sometimes you don't have to respond. That's his favorite shit. You don't have to respond. And I'll be like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's me. I gotta respond. I gotta tell them how I feel. And he's like, why? Is it relevant? Like, is that gonna stop anything? Like, are y'all gonna finish some shit that's unfinished business? Like, what's gonna happen? And then it's like, yeah, I get it. So then it's kind of like, okay, at this point, let me just figure out everything. Let me just figure out how to walk away silently. Let me figure out a way to walk away peacefully. And for me, I realized that a while ago, like, it's okay to walk away now. I'm still learning on not having to respond. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest thing because I'm always big on like having to respond and have to defend myself or having to, say something. Then, at the end of the day, who am I defending myself to? People that I'll never see in my real life, people that I'll never talk to, people who don't even matter in my life. Like at the end of the day, I don't care. So it's like I get that now, but it's so funny because people will try every chance they get to put you in that negative box, and then what they do, talk about bringing you up in relationship conversations, bringing you up in bad situations, bringing you up, and they talk about you, and they talking about you because in their mind, I feel like when a motherfucker talk about you so much, they miss you, and I don't miss nobody, so I don't have no reason to talk about nobody. Or when a bitch talk about you, at some point she wants your life. At some point she want what you had. Or you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like it's weird because it's grown people, like old people. All right, Naomi, it's old people acting like this. It's like why? Why do you what are you getting out at the end of the day? What are you getting out of this? Nothing. I can guarantee you you're not getting nothing. Definitely Midtown. Definitely. And so that's why a lot of times I'm learning that I don't always have to respond because I don't have to defend myself to motherfuckers that don't matter in my life. Like only the people that matter I should worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of non-factors that feel like they're more than they really are in your life. And at the end of the day, it's like why? Why am I going to stop what I'm doing and stop my life and try to build a conversation that couldn't possibly go into some bullshit now because now we're arguing, now we're fighting, now it's a big thing, and then it's like at the end of the day, you don't even want to. I like me, I don't even want to argue. I just be ready to just be walk away and cool. Why do I gotta argue with you? What do you have that I won't? I'll wait. Guess we'll be waiting here forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I don't know, but you guys know tomorrow we are doing our movie review live on the movie Life. So tomorrow at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Make sure y'all come and show love. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, hit my email at talkingwithbrit@gmail.com. Come on, come on. We this open dialogue, open conversation. We here. Also, I put the link on the community wall for anybody that wanted to pop up and have a conversation. But let me make sure I'm doing this right. Let's see. It would have popped up, I think. I think I'm good. But yeah, then also you can hit the cash app if you want to. It's right down there. Be Hodges 562. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, like when you think about relationships, I start thinking about that because, like I said, the conversation I had today, and it was really like getting to me because I was like, you know what, that is so true. Because if you're not one to get in the middle of it, if you're not one to keep on bringing up a person, if you're really happy and you're moved on, how can you let a person interrupt your peace? How can you let them interrupt your peace? And for me, that's something that I'm learning to work on day to day. I don't always have to respond. And but don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm definitely a shooter if I gotta be, because it's still in me. Now am I learning how to walk away from a lot of stuff? Definitely learning how to walk away from a lot of stuff. Am I learning that maybe some stuff is just left unsaid? Definitely. But that comes through the growing phases of everything. And I think that when people go through relationship, and it could be a traumatic situation, or it could just be a easy break, you realize that some conversations aren't even necessary to have anymore. You just learn how to walk away. I was talking to my homegirl today, and I was questioning, you guys. Might as well, since we're here, we're talking. My biggest thing is that, when is it too how do I say, when is it, when you're in a relationship, when is it to, at what point in the relationship do you realize there's certain conversations you don't need to have? So like, if you're out, so maybe I'm big on this, okay? So, and if it's both parties were in love, you should wish the best for that person. Facts, Midtown. Walk away, learn, heartbroken and everything, learn how to walk away, get your cry on, and move on. Just move on. Realize that that person just was not for you. But I was having a conversation, the conversation went like this. I'm the type of person, when I'm in a relationship, I could be cordial with my dude's friends. I'm not friends with their friends though. So certain conversations I do not need to have with his friends, which means that it's more of a, hey, how y'all doing? Bye. Or if they at the house, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all need anything to drink? Y'all want anything to eat? Whatever. Whoop, whoop. Okay. And I'm walking out. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be in the vicinity of you and the homeboys, whatever. But what do y'all feel about? So it was a situation where the girlfriend was having conversations with her boyfriend's friends, and she's telling them about her, like, her sexapades, and like what kind of person she is sexually, what she likes sexually, um all that. And I feel like that is just out of pocket. I don't know where she got it from, because for where I grew up from and how I know, and the men that I've dated, I don't know not none men I dated that would be okay with me having a conversation with their homeboys talking about what I like to do sexually to my man, or what kind of freak I am. Oh my God. So I'm listening and I'm like, yo, this is fucking me up, because I'm like, what he do? Tell me what he did. Tell me he said something to her. Tell me he said something to this bitch. Cause why does she even feel comfortable doing this? You know he ain't say shit. I said, you know how quick she would have been in between the washer and dryer, or how quick she would have been in between the refrigerator? What do you mean? This broad is having conversations with her homeboys. I mean, with her boyfriend's homeboys, letting them know like what kind of sex she likes to do and how she's such a freak and all this other stuff. And he has not checked her. He has not checked her. I'm waiting. I'm like, come on, please, somebody tell me that. Tell me that he did something. He ain't did nothing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've never. That's like a no. That is a big. We are not having these conversations. What? Why are we even doing this? Who are we doing this for? At what point is this okay? Listen, Danielle, the crazy part is he has been with this woman. Like, it's like almost as if he know how she is. But I'm like, okay, it's one thing if she a hoe. If she a hoe, you treat her accordingly. But if y'all in a relationship and that's somebody you win, you love her and all that stuff, nah, you gotta check that. Cause you putting your homeboys in bad situations. She the type of girl that's gonna fuck your homeboys. Right. Inappropriate. Sounds like she wants one of the homies to know she's a freak. Facts. Listen, your homeboys ain't gotta know what I like to do. They gonna say, oh, she seems sweet. That's all they gonna say. She seems. Cause I'm not right there with y'all in the middle of that conversation. I am walking away. I All right, you guys good? Y'all don't need anything else? All right. And I walk away. I do not need to be sitting right here in this conversation with y'all. Why is this girl doing this? I just knew he was gonna say, I'm like, I don't know no real nigga that's gonna let this happen. I don't know no man that's gonna say, Okay, he hasn't even checked her. He doesn't say nothing to her. It's to the point where she got his friends feeling uncomfortable. Like that's crazy to me. Not letting the friends make you feel uncomfortable. It's wild. So then it's like, okay, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna leave it alone. I know you fucking lying. Tua says she wants to start shit between them. She got to do something because I ain't never heard nothing or seen nothing like that before in my life. It's like, when do we have these conversations? When do we feel like he should have stepped in? I feel like he should have stepped in right away from the beginning. From the beginning, he should have said something. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so because I think a lot of us are thinking the same way. He should have definitely said something. Facts. So like a lot of times the homies will kind of like walk away from the situation or kind of like, man, you tripping, whatever. To the point where when you start making men feel uncomfortable, yo, that's wild. That's wild. That's like, oh, so you know what you think about this, and you know me, I'm like this, and I got this, and I know how to do this. What? Hey, tacos. Like, what? I don't think I'm a woman, and I have never felt the urge to sit down with any of my men, their friends, and tell them about my sexapades. Never, never want to tell them. I don't care. They don't need to know I'm a freak. They need to know that I am saved and sanctified. Thank God on this Sunday. Okay, we not having no other conversation. What they better not even say, "Hey, Britt, you a freak?" What? Care? Ain't that care? Yeah, tacos like that. Care? Never. Not having that conversation. This broad has these conversations, and then he doesn't check her. Like, what? A real man don't want that. Facts. Like, no man wants that. Like, no, now, like, it's so funny because, you can always tell when a woman wants your man or when a woman likes your man. You know what I'm saying? She'll do little stuff. And um, a lot of times, I'm real quick to check a bitch. What? Bitch, who you playing with, bitch? I'm gonna need you. What? Look, like you something say, see how quick I just turned into like, stop playing with me. Don't play with me or mine. But the thing is that a lot of times we like a lot of times when men don't check these women in the beginning, they become worse and worse. So then now, like Tua said, eventually they're going to start having beef with their homeboys, and the homeboy's not even doing nothing. It's not even the homeboy's fault. It's definitely his woman because the homeboy's not initiating that. He's not doing nothing to deserve that. But she is wanting to plant that seed and say, "Hey, just so you know, I'm a freak." What? I'm a freak. Not hanging it over. Fact. So, like Two Will said, why do they even need to know you're a freak unless you're getting passed around? That's the truth. So it's like most real niggas don't want to even have those conversations. They want to be able to step away and say, "Nah, this ain't it. This ain't what I want." Like whatever. It's like I'm waiting for him to say something, and he has not said nothing. So at some point, I'm feeling like, what do he feel like he got in her? Because I don't know no man. I don't know no man that's okay with that. So, fellas, how would you handle that situation? Because for me, I know I don't know no man that'll be cool with that at all. So I don't know. At this point, I'm trying to figure it out. Two Wheels, you remember that happened on an podcast? What? Okay, so tell me, Danielle, what happened? Because you know what, that to me that is crazy. Like at some point, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. Even if the homeboy, I feel like the homeboy should check her in front of her nigga. I feel like the homeboy should check her in front of her nigga. Since a nigga don't want to check his bitch, hey, hey, listen, you real inappropriate right now. Woo, woo, woo. I don't even know what you got going on, but this ain't it. And I ain't on that time. And I'm gonna tell you one more last time. Don't do that shit to me again. Don't talk to me like that again. That's crazy. Midtown said, I'm checking her right there in front of the homies. Right. You have to because silent approval is approval. So when you silent, people think it as an approval, but it's actually silent approval. So you need to goddamn check that motherfucker in the beginning and let them know this ain't what we playing. Pictures got passed around. Oh, dang. Right, Midtown. Can't trust a woman that does that. And so, like, that's a thing where if the man can't check her, I think the homeboy should check her in front of her nigga, like, yo, don't play with me like that. Listen, if you don't, Midtown, if you don't check your woman while her ass is being disrespectful with your homeboy, the homeboy got every right to say, hey, yo, man, say, man, I'm gonna need you to get that shit together. Look, don't play with me like that, because I don't play like that. Don't disrespect me like that. Because if that was my nigga and he don't check your motherfucking ass, I would check both of y'all asses right then and there. Bitch, who you playing with? Bitch, who you playing with? Let me know what we doing. I'll wait. I'll wait. You wouldn't have to check your home. You wouldn't have to check your woman Midtown if your woman wasn't out here trying to talk and slang that cat all around to your homeboys. Right. If she wasn't slanging cat to your homeboys, you wouldn't have to check her. But since you don't want to check her, my nigga better check her. Because if he don't check her, I'm going to check her. And him for not checking her. Where, why we playing these games? Where did you get off with this is okay? Stop playing games with me. And see, listen, I want them to know, like, leave that bitch alone. Leave that bitch nigga alone. Because that bitch is strolled off. Listen, throw. I want them to say that. That's my reputation. Yo, leave old girl, leave old girl alone. You know what I'm saying? She crazy and she tripping. Full court press. TTG. What? Out of there. Crazy stuff. It's just, I guess because people don't want to have these conversations in relationships, they just feel like everything will just be fine, and it's not. It's not fine. It's not okay. Like, dude, let's have this conversation once and for all. And we're not gonna do it no more. Stop playing games. No, no, he don't even know how you are in the bedroom. No, he don't care. No, he's sorry that your man ain't pleasing you because he's pleasing his woman. Play with me if you want to. like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Midtown said the dude is a simp. He gotta be something because in real life, I don't know no man that's not no real men. Like the men in my life, I've never known, like they would have checked their woman right then and there. Like it wouldn't even went no further. As soon as they would have heard one little thing, would have been like, yo, who are you playing with? Who you playing with? Well, who you playing with, ho? Who you playing with, ho? That's how they do it. Who you playing with, ho? Because that's crazy. I don't know. What y'all feel about like age gap relationships? So I am a big advocate for that. Like, let me say, for me, I normally don't like guys my age. Normally they be older, um, but doesn't mean that just because they older don't mean they not as stupid as the other ones. Let's start there. They just older dummies. Yeah, let's start there. But I feel like the age gap thing is more harsher on the women than it is for the men. So I feel like a man can go he could be 40, go get a 20 something, he could be 50, get a 30 something. But then like if a woman did the same thing, it'd be like, oh, she tripping, all this and that. Like, is it really a big difference? Like, depends on the age of the woman. Right. But I'm saying, is it really a big difference? Like, what is the big uproar about when women date younger? Now, I've never been into dating younger, but like I know that there's like low key a stigma on it. So why is it okay for men to date younger and women not to? Like you think about the Drea, right? The Drea was a Drea Michelle situation, and her and Jalen was it Jalen Green, and they got that baby, and he the same age as her oldest son. He He not even stepdaddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just my mama boyfriend because we the same age. Like, that's crazy. Have you guys ever dated somebody like where they kids was not that far off of your age? Like, listen, when my step kids was born, goddamn it, I was 6. Like, how what? Listen, Britt, no older, but I got it. I can't stand you two is. I'm just saying, like, what is the big uproar about it? Do you guys feel like a woman can date a man younger and not have an issue? Nothing wrong with a woman dating younger. I think it's weird anytime there's a large age gap and the younger person ain't 30 just yet. Okay, so you mean but that's what I'm saying. So even when men or women like they're dating like you might catch a 40 something year old dating a 20 something, 22, 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? Like now no, but the women get more harsher looked at than how the men would. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Ask your sister. Okay. Wait. Can I just ring you really quick? I'm on live. Okay. You can try to ring it, but I'm saying I'm on live. Um, let's see. Yeah, 40 and 20 is nasty. But listen, Midtown, the thing is that 40 and 20, right, could be nasty to some, but there's a lot of that happening. Like I said, I brought up Drea and Michelle situation. Drea's goddamn what 40 something. Jalen what 23, 24. They got a whole baby together. So yeah, you're still a kid that can be taken advantage of in your 20s. Facts. But that's what I'm saying. In the 20s, he's the same age as her oldest son. And she just had a baby by him. Why are we here? We're here now. We're here. Yeah, give me I'm on live. Okay. Thank you. And so if y'all got kids, why do they wait till you get on the live and to come? Why, when they wait till you get on the live to come and ask you 50 million questions? I done had two of them. Because you don't care. Had two of them walk up to me in the past 5 seconds to ask me a question. Okay, she wanted his money. As long as you not 18 looking for 40-year old or 30. Listen, it's that's a you. But then listen. I don't know. They liking them now. That ain't never been my little steelo. I ain't never been trying to get in that kind of thing. I never wanted to do that. But 30 and 50 is okay. Yeah, so like I like the 50 like so like if I'm 39. So I'm 39, I could deal with somebody like 50s. The oldest age I dealt with was the oldest age gap was like 13, 14 years. 14 years. That was the oldest age gap. No, wait, I'm lying. 15. But yeah. Look, we at the point where shit, these niggas don't look. I'm at the age where niggas don't look. They old enough, they don't want no kids. They like, we don't need no kids. Okay, bet. We already got the kids, bet. Uh hey Sam. My godson, 22, he better not bring home woman here for his fat. But listen, that happens. Yeah, you 39, you can go up to 60. Midterm, I can go up to 60. Oh, I can get somebody granddaddy for real. Granddaddy, 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 granddaddy. Where the granddaddy's at? Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Now listen, I don't like I if I had a son, I don't know. I don't think I would want my son with no woman like and he in his 20s and she in her 40s. She listen. First of all, she putting that woo wee up on him. He ain't never had it like that. You know what I'm saying? She over there putting that whooper snapper. Own them. Britt, we only 11 years apart. Here I come, baby. I can't stand Two Wheels. He gets somebody. Sam's B-Day coming up. Granddad, nah, bro, for sure. Listen, Granddad, yeah, 60. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with it. But at some point, they like, look, at that age, they don't want no, they don't want no kids. They're establishing their life. They don't want, you know what I'm saying? They want to be able to just enjoy you, enjoy y'all life, and keep it moving. Like, that's crazy. I say do it. I say do it. Everybody, make sure y'all hit the subscribe to Sam Eyes TV. We having some good little stuff going on over there. Show do. But like, I guess that's the conversation for everybody because I just want to know why is it more harder for women to date? Like when the guys do it, they don't get the same pushback, but when the girls do it, it's a whole situation. So I guess I'm trying to figure out what's the situation. Ah, Rich, you trying to kill that old buzzard? You guys are funny. It's not kill him. It's not kill him. It's just showing a little love, show a little love, little tenderness. Okay, so listen. Let's go back to Sam. You're back. Let's have this conversation. I had a conversation earlier, and the conversation was that a girl, a guy, his girl was always talking to his homeboys, like in his homeboy's face, but then she's telling the homeboys, like her, like, oh, I'm a freak. I like this. I like to do that. I like to do that. And making the homeboys uncomfortable. And her man ain't checking her. Now, I feel like she should be checked. You tell me what you think. You tell me if you think she should be checked. I think so. I think so. Two Wheels is funny. Now listen, I'm just saying, and with everything that's going on, right, in today's society with these relationships, you like people be playing with these people emotions. And I don't know lately, if I don't know if y'all been watching a lot on the social media tip, a lot of these people is getting unalive, men and women playing with these people. Stop playing with these people, kids. Listen, I tell them straight up when we first start talking, when we dating, I'm not worth it. Okay, you can do better than me. Okay, you don't hurt me. I ain't worth it. Mm-mm. Your life means everything, and I ain't shit. I look. That's the conversation I'm having. Don't leave me be. Fuck me. Find somebody that can love you better than me. Mm-hmm. Cause baby, don't hurt me. Hey, Oak Cliff, I'm just saying. That's when people gotta start having these conversations. I don't want you to love me to unalive. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want that. I don't want you to love me to the grave. I don't want it. I ain't worth it. I ain't shit. Walk away. What? You can do better. And since I know you can do better, I'm gonna help you find somebody better. Where we looking? Let's scroll. Let's scroll. I think I found one. She about 15 minutes away from you. You want to go meet up with her? What? Baby, I'm not worth it. You can do better. These women, they be listen. They don't be. They be fucking missing the signs. They be missing the signs, and the signs be there. When a nigga say, "Bitch, I hurt you," believe them. But sir, you're right, and I believe you. And you know why? This is why I'm gonna tell you why you don't want to hurt me. Why you should definitely find somebody else. I ain't worth it. I ain't worth it. These folks' feelings be getting involved, and you might be through facts. Listen, they can't control their emotional. Listen, their emotions. They can't control their emotions. Their goddamn, what's that called? They can't even get their control of their emotions. There's no emotional intelligence. There's none of that. These niggas, one day they love you and everything. They go out there and they can sleep with this one, and this one. The next thing you know, you say, you know what, I'm leaving. I don't want this no more. I don't want to be here. I don't want you. And you what happens next? Next thing you know, you want to lie. Listen, once he says, I can't live without you, fuck a run. Nigga, you need to drive off. Swoosh, shoo. You can't live without me. Nigga, I'm gonna need you to live without me because I'm not worth it. Whatever your mama said about me, believe it. Baby, you could do way better than me. You know how I know you can do better than me? I'm gonna help you find the better. What? We're not playing these games. I can't live without you. And you listen, where you think you going? We in this together. We ain't in shit together. I was born alone. I wasn't a twin. I was born by myself. Nigga, we didn't come into this world together. You ain't gonna be the one to take me either. I'm sorry, sir. Excuse me, sir. Um, Not happening. Not gonna work. But you gotta look at the signs. You gotta have these conversations because motherfuckers be thrown off. Like, no, but listen, and y'all fellas, y'all be underestimating women. Y'all be underestimating them. Women don't be playing these games with y'all. And why do you guys think that women get more time than anybody else? Because they say men, they do theirs in a crime of passion because theirs is more of not, it's not, most of the time it's not premeditated. They just, it happens in the moment. But women, nigga, you done did something. I didn't figure that out and plotted in my head, and now I know I'm gonna get you premeditated. What? He said, I watch too much true crime. It happens too much. Women need to be prepared to move. If it feel like I take it, bro. Listen, facts. But listen, the problem is a lot of times these women get in these situations with these men that take them for everything. They bring them down. They bring them down to the ground. They make them solely dependent on them. Solely dependent on them. And that's the worst thing because you can't leave, you can't run. Then you're burning bridges with family members and stuff because they don't like your situation. And now you're going at it with them and now they don't want no parts of what you got going on. The next thing you know, it's some slow driving and sad singing because you didn't leave. That's sad. Like, where do we do that at? When do like, come on now. But I feel like a lot of times with the way that people go with how they handle situations, they just they don't look at the bigger picture. Fellas, you guys be underestimating these women, and these women do not be playing with y'all niggas. And y'all not gonna be happy until y'all mama and your baby mamas and your kids and all them is crying because you keep on playing. Keep your hands to yourself. Stop touching on these motherfucking girls. Leave these bitches alone. Walk away. Don't sometimes you don't even have to have a conversation. If you cheating, don't cheat. Just tell them, hey, I don't want a relationship. I'm dating multiple people. That's when those conversations need to be having. A lot of times these motherfuckers get psycho because you're not having those conversations. You're not saying, hey, I don't want this, whatever. Woo, woo. I'm dating this and that, but we could just see where we at. When you start lying and you start saying, "Hey, woo, woo, I like this, I don't like that, woo, woo, I love you, and I nothing to happen. I'll never leave you." When you start implanting that stupid shit in these bitches' heads, then now they ready to go to war. Hey, Frost, then they ready to go to war. We're all, in all actuality, it's definitely a conversation. It Stop lying to them. Let them know. Listen, you're not my only option. I'm out here weighing my options. You could be a part of my roster while I figure out which one I want to be with. Give her a choice. But when you take that choice from her, she turned into something totally different. Straight up. Straight up. Make sure everybody like, share, and subscribe. Come on, let's get these likes up. Make sure you subscribe. Listen, every Monday night is the movie review. This Monday coming up, we're going to be going over Life, the movie Life at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be talking about all these good movies, old school movies, new movies. And then also next week I'll have everything cleared up and squared away for our I Was Married to a Serial Killer series. And so we're gonna start that next week as well. And then also next week I do have a show planned on for mental health, suicide awareness, and self-esteem. So a lot of times, yeah, like the movie. So a lot of times, like, you know what I'm saying, I just feel like we all need that extra space to be able to have that open dialogue, that open conversation of being able to say we agree to disagree, but we're all going to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be good. Next week we got like a lot of stuff ahead of us, and I think that as long as we keep that keep that going and keep this momentum going. We're gonna be straight. And also, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Let's get these subscribers up. Let's the content is gonna keep on coming. And it's all good content, all positive content. We're gonna have a good time, whatever. And then we're gonna keep on talking about these relationships because none of us got it figured out. Tell me one person that got it figured out. None of us got it figured out. Also, if you guys got any suggestions or just even want to email me and want me to bring it to the, to the panel, email me at talkinwithbritt@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? Let's always show love. Also, you can always show love right there with that Cash App at money sign, dollar sign, be hot is 562. You know what I'm saying? Show love to your girl. You know what I'm saying? We building, and we going up. Um, all I'm gonna say is on my movie, they shouldn't stayed in there. Why they should have stayed in there? Nah, listen, that movie showed. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow, but that movie showed a lot of stuff on even how today's prison system is. And it's like, come on now. You say you want people to be reformed, you say you want people to be this, but sometimes it's overkill keeping these people in there that long. Now, unless they, you know what I'm saying, unless they really truly needs to be in there, come on now. You can't never expect somebody you got them in there with animals, expecting them to be 100% legit and right. That's not. It's not realistic. It's not. But you guys, I'm just like I was laughing on. So what we talked about today? What we talked about today? We talked about exes and why do we got to keep on the bitterness and why do we got to go back and forth and why do we got to be a war? Why can't we just have an even break, walk away, wish each other well or not, and keep it moving? Why do we got to bring them up? Why do we got to do that? We talked about the hating ass motherfuckers that be wanting your spots and they be wanting to be you, bitch. Listen, take it. You know, so that's me. Take that shit. I don't want no parts of that shit. No, thank you. Then we talked about the homeboy girlfriend who want to go in front of his homeboys and talk about her sex life and how she's such a freak and all this other stuff. That shit is crazy. I don't know. And the homeboy ain't checked her at all. I'm like, when is she gonna get checked? Who's gonna check her? Somebody needs to check the bitch because that's why she feeling like she could be disrespectful. What? Yeah, all right, you got it. Then we talked about what else? We talked about I just talked about it. We talked about the age gap. We talked about, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, we got so much we can talk about when it comes to this stuff. It's crazy. But they got they wait till they got old as dirt. Listen, but the people want to have fun. But I think that this app, we got to use it for our own advantage. And that means like having a good time and having that open dialogue and having great discussions. It don't always have to be the rah, 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 rah. It don't always have to be the craziness, but it could definitely be good conversation. Because what we doing? We talking with Britt. You know what I'm saying? We here. And I definitely got some stuff in the works. So it's going to be crazy. Just keep your eyes open for some stuff that we got coming. You guys are going to be loving it. But I got one more thing to talk to you guys about. In a relationship, when do you guys feel like it's necessary to start talking about finances? Finances, credit scores, all that. I feel like a lot of times you should have that conversation in the beginning. Let me know what I'm getting myself into. Let me know that you in debt. Let me know that you owe this amount of child support. Let me know what the fuck you got going on. I don't want to find out 5, 6 years later or 3, 4 years down the line when we trying to buy a house and you can't get the house because you got this and that. And what? Why are we doing this? Because at that point, this is my house. Hey, Courtney, at this point, it's my house. I'm not playing these games with nobody, kids. In the beginning, those conversations need to be had off top about the money. I don't think you should wait. I think you should talk about money, credit scores, all that stuff. And you know what? And I feel like with social media, well, yeah, but I'm talking about, and what I mean by that, not talking about necessarily how much money you have in the bank or nothing like that, Danielle. More so like, I say if you're in any financial situations. I feel like you should let a person know that. Like it doesn't mean that like you need to tell them details, but you can say, you know what, I'm still working on this or I'm working on that. A lot of times people don't say nothing and they live through a facade, and then what happened? Years later you find out the motherfucker is really doing bad or they really got stuff going on, and it's nothing that with this new age of social media. is big, is big on the fact of people living that real life. You know what I'm saying? Where they edit it in and cut it in for the reels to look like it's so beautiful. But you don't really know what people got going on. People living trying to keep up with the Joneses, and people trying to do all this other kind of stuff. And I feel like because they're doing that in this era, the financial conversation kind of went down because people just assume that people are doing okay. I'm not going to assume that you're doing okay. I'm not going to assume that you got it all together. Nigga, everybody is working on stuff. What? And if somebody saying that they not, they're lying. I can guarantee you it doesn't matter if you got the most money, if you got the least money. Everybody's working on something that they feel like they could be better at. Hell yeah, in the beginning. And that also gives time to work on fixing it before we get to the point where we want to make it. Facts. Right, Courtney? Like, if you have that conversation in the beginning, I feel like that's a lot of times where people don't want to have those grown up conversations. The grown up conversation is, hey, I got this. I'm working on. It's not the best whatever, but I'm trying to get it together. You know, it's crazy because he might be able to, or she might be able to help you. Y'all might be able to help each other get out of something. Like y'all might be able to really uplift. I watched a couple on YouTube from the time they were dating. This is this is a back in the day, and I used to watch them on back in the day when YouTube used to be about the family channel or the financial stuff where you could just kind of just watch them grow and do all that stuff. And I watched this lady help him get his finances together. And what I mean by that, I watched her mold him. He was upset. He was like, I'm grown. You ain't putting me on no budget. Woo. She's like, I promise you it's gonna pay off in the end. Please just listen to me. Please, because she was more financially stable and savvy than he was. He was more so like, I work hard, I can spend harder. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, but at the end of the day, you want to be able to have something to look forward to. You don't want your bank account. You don't want to be paycheck to paycheck. And she was like, she had never met somebody that was making six figures that was paycheck to paycheck. And it was just him. He didn't have no kids, he didn't have nothing. But that's because he was balling just as much as he was having come in. So she came in and she kind of got his life squared away when it came to that, when it came to the finances and making sure they was in order and all that stuff. And when I say paid off student loans, paid off cars. They ended up getting married. They bought a house and all this other stuff. And you could see the difference off of him from when they first started filming, like his demeanor, the stress on his face, and all that, to like his skin glowing. It just grew back like they never left. Like, you know what I'm saying? He over there just big. Yep. I bet you one thing, nobody gonna come take his woman from him because he was giving her a hard time. I didn't know she was gonna make it. I didn't think she was. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think she was gonna stay that long because he was acting the ass. But he eventually got with the program, and when he got with it, like it benefited him in the end. And I feel like a lot of times with these relationships, people don't want to be honest with each other. They don't want to be transparent with each other. And we're in a day of age where the economy is hard right now. It is tough. Like it is tough for one person. So let alone if you got a person that you could be a partner with to work it through and get through the situation, that's even better. Because if you're doing it on your own, man, it is tough. Especially if you're doing it with kids. It's not easy. It's not. And there's a lot of single fathers and a lot of single mothers out here that's out here grinding and doing it for their kids. But baby, if they only had that extra person in the house that they could really work with and be a team with, it'll show. It'll show. It'll show. Because sometimes a person just needs that extra little push, that extra little pickup. Maybe they just need a little help, just a little help, and they be able to get out of their financial situation. And a lot of times people don't want to have those conversations because people are prideful. Um, people are they want to live up to a certain image that they put online. You know what I'm saying? Right, Danielle. Teamwork made the dream work. And a lot of times people don't believe that. Especially like I'm gonna say I can speak for myself, like, especially because I'm a divorcee. I've been a single mom for a minute and all that. So it's always like I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. And you know what I'm saying? And then when you get in a relationship, it's kind of hard. Like my stepdad used to tell me, a real man, you don't have to ask. A real man, you don't have to ask what what can you help me with this? A real man know you got kids. A real man know that you got bills. A real man is just gonna hand you some money and say, "Here, baby, take care of what you gotta take care of." And the thing is that at the end of the day, that same thing with a woman. If I'm in a more a more financial situation better than you are, but I'm rocking with you and you my man, and I see that maybe you might need a little help. As your woman should be there to have your back. You should never fall when you got a woman. So when like I'm big on saying I don't like 50-50. I'm big on that. And that's because I don't like the conversation of 50-50. I don't like somebody saying, "Oh, you pay 50, you pay 50," like that kind of shit. I'm still gonna do my part, but don't make me obligated to do it. And then you want me to pay 50-50, and then you still want me to listen and follow you. Nigga, what? But hey Shatar girl. But the thing is that when you got a real woman, you'll never hit the ground. When shit go bad for you, she gonna be right there picking you up, and your life is not gonna skip a beat. That's a real woman. But if you go get the facade that's out there, it ain't gonna be that. It's not gonna be that great. It's gonna be some bullshit. So, a lot of times what we have to do is we have to evaluate ourselves and the people that we bring in our lives. Is this person gonna be an asset to me? Or am I gonna be an asset to this person? And it's not even just always monetary, it's emotional. It's physical. It's all that. Like, does this person make me feel good inside? Does this person make me feel like this is where I want to be? Or this is what I need to do, or I want to be better at this. Or does this person stresses you out? Do they bring you down? Are you depressed? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to look at that. We got to have these grown up conversations with ourselves. Like, a lot of times we've seen people relationships and we didn't question it. We just assume that that's how relationships should be, but we don't really know what happened behind the scenes. When we talk about momos and pawpaws and shit, Momo was dealing with some shit. You don't think Momo knew Pawpaw was fucking the bitch around the corner and had kids with the bitch around the corner? Momo knew, but Momo wasn't tripping. Momo was content. Bills paid. Shit, she fucking the nigga, cooking him, whatever, woo woo. But it's a new day and age. These are like, listen, men. A lot of men need women to work and help because it's an asset to it's a help for the team. So then now you still want to be treated like Papa? Shit. And look what happened. But let's go there though. You guys ready for this? You want to know a secret? You know why Momo didn't leave? Because when Papa passed, everything went to Momo. What happened to the bitch around the corner with the kids? What happened to the if something happened to me today or tomorrow, you should be at a benefit. Period. They had a whole family and grandmother stay right there. Facts. And his mama wasn't shit. Papa mama wasn't shit. Papa mama knew about the family around the corner, that bitch around the corner that had 3 kids. While you over here with 9 kids, Papa trying to put another one up in there. But I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck was Papa eating to have all that motherfucking adrenaline.